Hello Airsoft friends, and welcome to this video today, where today I'm going to be doing a bit of an unboxing. Another new riff has arrived, and I want to take it out and have a little look at it, because I need to prepare, or start preparing, for an event which is coming up, which I'm sure that you will very much know about that. And it's not an event in like an event sense of words. It's not like something's going to be happening somewhere and things like that. No. A new gun is releasing, as I'm sure that you're aware. The Novritsch SSR90 is going to be coming out at some point in the very near future, and I want to be prepared for it. I want to do some research. I want to know kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to the P90 type of things, because I've never owned a P90 before, and I have never even held one in my hands before. So I don't know what they feel like. I don't know what kind of, what kind of usability they have, and I don't know what like the mags and whatnot are like. So I want to learn about that, so when the SSR90 comes out, I will be a bit more learned and I can give you a better opinion and view on it, because I think that that's, a handy thing for us all to be. And saying that, I have got a selection of kind of P90 things here. I have the riff, I've got the JG P90, so we're going to take that out and have a little look. And I've also got an assortment of magazines from a couple of different brands, high caps and mid caps, so we can have a little look at them, because apparently the magazines aren't too great that are generically available at the minute for P90. So hopefully that will change, and the Nov boys will create something really cool that just kind of destroys everything else and is just really good and highly usable. Now, it did come in this rather undescript box that we see here. Look at that, nice brown and cardboard. There isn't actually any kind of defining labeling or anything about this box, so it seems like a bit of an odd box to come in. However, JG isn't really like a premium brand. My very first sniper rifle I had a JG Bar 10, which is like a VSR clone that they do, and to be fair, it was alright. I did enjoy that sniper rifle, although I did take it apart and stuff so many times it eventually fell apart. But I do have a soft spot for JG. Oh, look at that, there's a spring in there as well. So we've got the P90 there, the P90 JG P90 riff. I'm going to try and put that on the side like so. Don't fall over. We've got a battery in here, and I'm going to use that to do some test shots. We've got some BBs, which will probably go in the bin. We've got an extra spring there, which is cool. We've got one of those kind of naffy chargers. I'm not even going to bother taking it out of the box, because that's not going to leave that. And we have got a unjamming rod. Is this a manual? There is a manual. I have a manual here. Right, here we go. So this is the JG P90, and it is the first ever P90 I have held, and oh, it's weird. I think just saying it's weird is a very accurate kind of first thing to say. I've never held a P90 before. It's so back heavy. Usually with every other riff that I've ever had, it always is front heavy, so you're kind of like holding it up, whereas with the P90 you're almost like kind of pulling it down, and there's more kind of workingness going on your right arm than it is on your left arm. Like, you can literally just walk around going brrr, spraying people down like that. I want to hear what it sounds like, so let's get the I'm going to take the mag off like that, and then I'm going to pop the battery into place just like here, like yeah. Let's do a just a quick test shot. Where is the hop up? Oh wait, oh, that's the hop up there. Okay, well, what does this do? What does this charging handle do then? I don't think this charger handle actually does anything. Ah, ow, oh. Okay, so that's how you take the top bit off. This is genuinely also very new to me. I don't really know what it is that I'm doing. So this, oh, yeah, that's, okay, so that's the trigger. Okay, got this is also new. I guess it makes sense for that, because the gearbox and everything is in the stock of the riff here. Our hop adjustment is down in there, so you can put your finger in there and you can twiddle it around. The magazine, when you want to put the magazine on, you put it in the front there, snap it down just like standard P90 style, and then you're pretty much all good to go. There is on the top Picatinny rail, you can see there's like a little iron sight type thing there as well, although I would definitely prefer to have a red dot sight on there. It's kind of low enough where you could just kind of come in low like that and have like a red dot on there without a riser, but I think I'd probably prefer to have a riser on there, so it's a bit more comfortable in acquiring the red dot. There is space for accessories. There's a screw in there and a screw in there on these kind of like side Picatinny bits, and I imagine that if I just was to take that screw off, then both of these would come apart, so you do have some space on there in order to mount accessories. The battery space isn't huge, so it's not like a massive amount of room in there that you've got 4 batteries. Like, literally up until this wire, that is the full amount of space that you have. So from the end of the battery up to my fingers there. So I would be able to fit in my the short battery that I got, which goes in the Vector grip. But if I get one of my full-size batteries, then yeah, they're not going to be fitting in there at all. A lot of this comes down to it being just kind of odd ergonomically. It's so short and it's so stubby. Like, I'm really used to having my hand holding the riff out here, probably even being closer to that kind of distance out with the stock length, and then holding the end of the gun just there like that. So it's really weird for me to come back in and be this tight, but you know, going around corners and doing CQB, I can really see how the P90 would really come into its own element. I've said it quite a few times before, and even on the Novritsch live stream, I said that in my head, I kind of feel like the P90 is almost going to be like the perfect airsoft gun, just because it's super stubby and it feels like it's built more for like airsoft application as opposed to for like real world application, because even, you know, it is essentially a bullpup and it's super small and super tight, and you don't need a lot of barrel when you're playing airsoft, especially when you're playing, you know, kind of like CQB, and even if you go to like from like, you know, CQB to mid-range kind of engagements, you don't really need a huge amount of barrel. And the fact that this is, you know, so compact, like I could literally, you know, it is really, really small compared to a lot of other riffs out there. You can just kind of really get around corners so quickly, or it seems like you could be able to do that anyway. Let's chrono it. So let's take this mag out and let's put some BBs into it, and let's do a quick little cheeky chrono. I'm going to read the instructions because I've got no idea. I've never done a P90 before. What you do is you pull this all the way back here, and then you open this little flap, and then you can just pour your BBs in there, and then that's essentially it. 332 FPS, that's not bad. I'm just going to go outside and like kind of shoot it just to see if that dials in the hop unit. The barrel has been installed upside down. You'll see on the barrel here, the lineup line here, which is supposed to be on the bottom, is on the top. And because that is on the top, that means the patch hole is on the bottom. There's no hole in the barrel for the hop arm to go through. The hole is on the bottom, so the barrel is upside down. Even if you don't do a lot of teching, it's good to do a tiny bit of teching, just so you can, you know, if you encounter an issue like that, you can kind of, you know, find out what the problem is and then fix it. Like I said, this is the first P90 I've owned, I've ever had. I've never taken one apart before. I've never even looked at them online, but because of my existing knowledge from other airsoft riffs, I was able to diagnose the problem and hopefully fix it. So yeah. That are my days. That is so weird, man. Oh my god, it's so weird. I'm just going to do a couple of test shots now, make sure it's okay, and then I can go do another test shot, get the hop set up, and I'll come back in and chrono again. Well, FPS is exactly the same, so that means that we haven't made it bad or ruined the seal on it, so that's good. FPS with the hop set is... we actually gained a couple of FPS. It went up to 335, but it's still sitting around, on average, about the 333 mark. So along with the riff, which I think after, you know, kind of like playing around with it, getting a red dot sight on there and doing some tests, I think it may, you know, kind of come out and be okay. In terms of accuracy, it kind of like the BBs went roughly where you wanted it to go at the 25 meter mark, but I was only using 0.2 gram BBs and they don't really go exactly where you want them to go most of the time anyway. So I'm not going to rule this off as not being accurate for range, and you only kind of really know when you take it out for a skirmish anyway. So I do want to take this out, give it a bit of a skirmish and see how it handles. The booklet doesn't really seem to be that great or accurate in terms of kind of saying what comes with the riff. Like, if I show you here, it says that it comes with like full Picatinny rails here, which it doesn't. It says it comes with the integrated red dot there, which it doesn't. It also says it comes with this 1650 round drum magazine or DERM magazine. It doesn't do that. And at no point in the book does it tell you how to load BBs into the magazine. So yeah, if you're coming into this as a brand new player, the booklet is not it's not very helpful at all. So if you're new to airsoft and you've bought yourself the JG P90, then just you're welcome for all this information. It's going to save your life. I did get a few other magazines, and those magazines are here. We got 2 double bell and another JG magazine here. This JG one is a high cap. I believe it's a 280 round high cap. So we've got another high cap there. And then of these double bell ones, which one of them has these lovely fake rounds in, this is a 60 round low cap. And then this is a 280 round mid cap, but it is a winding mid cap, so you still have to put your BBs in and then widen the end so you can get, like, you know, through all of your BBs. So I wouldn't class this as a mid cap. I'd still class this as a high cap. So double bell, be more accurate in your descriptions of what it is that you're selling. I'm not really going to be able to know exactly how good each of these are until I do a shooting test, and I will do that. I'm going to get the targets out up in the garden. I'm going to fill each of the magazines up with BBs, and then I'm going to put them through their paces and see if any of the magazines start to fail or don't really do too well. When I did my little shooting test out, I didn't have any problems with like misfeeds or jams or anything like that. So at the minute, I do feel kind of positive about the whole situation. So yeah, JG, if you're watching this, and I please hope that you do, double check your your quality control. Make sure no barrels get installed upside down, and also double check these booklets that you're putting out, because there's a lot of information missing from here, which if you are new to Airsoft, you would 100% need to have if you're picking up this riff. And the fact that the barrel was mounted upside down and you're getting no hop, there could be people out there with this right now who have no idea about that, and their entire Airsoft life with this P90 has just been a bit terrible because of that. So yeah, JG, I believe in you. I love you guys as a company. I believe you do some good stuff. You just got some kinks to iron out. And with that, a huge shout out to all my patrons for supporting the channel month on month. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. You're helping me to continue doing all these videos, and yeah, I've got many more to come. Also, a big shout out to Project Airsoft as well for sponsoring this video. We will be making parts as Project Airsoft for this riff, and I'm excited to see what it is that we kind of come up with. And if you're looking for an Airsoft community, then check out the StayFreshShoe Airsoft Community Discord server. There is a link in the description below. And until next time, thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to call your hits, and I'll see you in the next one.